I went fortunate. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'm gonna make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff looking right. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen. That's complete to John Ross. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Kaiser now on second down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process, third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Elliott. Fighting down past Ezekiel Elliott. Gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Here's Oliver. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rosen off the play action. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Flex round! Ohio!
Kaiser now. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the interception, here's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Going deep downfield for Ross. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And an alley to run. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And now running right through it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Following the interception, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And that's Elliott, complete. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Kaiser. Looking deep for Elliott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Oliver. Still shedding tackles. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. 2nd down, Kaiser. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Kaiser yet again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running with Elliott. Fights loose. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Kellen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Again to Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Check three.
On play action, Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Come on, let's go!
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Kaiser on 1st down. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! 55 is my guy, 55. Come off the ball, hard.
And they'll run it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now it's Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And this one is right down the middle. And that will swell the lead to 16. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ohio!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down throw for Kaiser. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! He's coming! Double up! Double up! He's coming! Double up! Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Cut!
Kaiser. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
From the red zone now, Kaiser. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Kaiser now on second down. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cowboys on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Here's Kaiser. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cardinals, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fist on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got kinda with you. All of these my body, I got paid somebody keep checking my pose. Walk in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the. Water on me like the sunny, I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall.
Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm envelope. And you know I'm not the locking. Gotta do with that stuff in traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic.
whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I ain't got time with you.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights, just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a, welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases one do me dirty. I'ma find you Leo out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was. I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. Soon we'll all be living.